Greetings everyone and welcome back to Expedition Viking and to, well, the aftermath of a rather deep and heartfelt conversation between Aavak and Ketil. If you missed that, then do check out the end of the last episode because it was a bit of an interesting one. They shone a light on Ketil's rather storied past and has opened up a new quest for us to pursue back in Perth. But in this episode we're going to be heading on to continue on a particular quest. Where was this one? The Gallic Alliance, the King of Gales, Don Kjork, or Don Siors, I'm fairly certain it would be hard to say, was in talks with Constantine about arranging a marriage between Constantine's son, Domnall, and Don Kjork's daughter. But the Gales recently withdrew from the negotiations without explanation. Very well, we're going to head on down here. Yeah, we can pass through night time, that's fine. Everyone is loyal in the party. Ooh. You're drawn from your path by the flapping of black wings, crows descending to feast on the carrion prize. Beyond the trail and out of view, you find the remains of a hapless traveller. Naked bone, chipped and weathered, is all that's left. Pieces have been scattered by the attention of hungry scavengers, and the darkened soil has drunk most of the fluids otherwise spilled. You find the shattered arrow hafts and scraps of gambeson cloth upon examining the corpse. This warrior, while felled, did not receive a proper burial and was left ignobly to rot. A ways from the corpse, concealed within a thorny shrub, you find a satchel thrown in haste. Though wind and weather have taken their toll, the contents are preserved within, parts and materials of fine quality. That's quite interesting. Is that it? I thought that was going somewhere, but we just found a bunch of parts and materials of fine quality. Well, that's fine. Okay, now then. The group that we're going to be taking, Roskva, always Roskva. We are going to be taking Ivy, as she will probably have significant bits of information here. I don't think we're going to be taking Gunnar. I think, maybe Ketil. Maybe Ketil for this one. This is probably going to be a bit of a talky one. Nefja as well for that reason. And no, I don't think Gunnar. Gunnar is a bit of an interesting individual who may be a little bit too blunt for these kinds of fine negotiations. I'll take... I don't want to go too soft on our personality loadout. We'll take Eslifir. There we go. Let's see how this pans out. What are we going to find? There we go. After an especially long loading time, we find ourselves on a road. Well, I suppose every journey starts somewhere. Let's move around a little bit. Scout the perimeter where we can. Okay, nothing too much over there. That's the marker to leave the map, and we're on the very edge over here then. Okay. Got a skill point there. Very nice. We've got a standing stone. This stone extols the virtues of a warrior of great deeds who was a close friend to the mythical king of Albion. He was slain in battle when he was thrown off a cliff, and he was buried here, where he landed. Since then, a plethora of healing herbs and mushrooms always grow around his grave. Ivy, looks like there's plenty of mushrooms right here. That would be too easy. Another place where mushrooms grow nearby then? Shouldn't be difficult to find. Okay, interesting. Very interesting. There's something on the ground over there as well. Well, let's keep a look at. Okay, we found some sort of homestead. Someone in said homestead. Alright. Interesting. More bits of pieces of information from Albion. That is definitely something we want to find. Ooh. Okay. That would be his daughter then. Should we approach? Yeah, sure. Let's approach. The girl is on her feet long before you reach her hideout. Her eyes are red from crying. Her fine clothes soaked with ash and blood. She stares with fear in her eyes down the blade of a kitchen knife. Stay back! I'm not to be used for your sick pleasures. I'll take as many of you horse sons with me as I can. Ivy's voice is soft and kind. Ingwala Ingen Don Kjors. I'm so sorry about the pronunciation. Do you remember me, Your Highness? Your daughter Taniel of Kite. I'm sorry, your name? Ife of Kite. Aye. We only met once, 4 years ago, I think. I'm glad we brought her now. The tremor in her voice is amplified by uncertainty. Why do you travel with these This is Aavak of the Danes. Whoever burned your father's homestead, he had nothing to do with it. Ah, okay, so the homestead is in flames, I see. Aavak? I've heard of you. You're the one who controls Orkney, aren't you? Bingwala slowly lowers her small blade. I see my reputation precedes me. Bitterness enters her voice as she gestures towards the smouldering ashes of her father's homestead. The people who did this were Vikings, like you. What colours did they wear? Purple. Purple and black. School's banner, of course. When were you attacked? I think it's been 5 days. Her eyes dart to some of the injured for confirmation. Yeah, they came in the night, 5 days ago. Okay, can you describe their leader? She spits angrily. That beast. Pig. Bald, clad in chainmail. Skaki, as expected. Well, it seems that school is trying to destabilize the region over here, but to what end? Well, actually, I suppose if you're going to conquer an area, you would want its major powers destabilized. So, working theory, he intends to invade. She's beginning to look a bit emotionally adrift. You know him? Decide with her, but how? Because all of these are true. Let's not tip our hand too much. Let's not let emotion boil into this. So I know him, unfortunately, already poses my disposition towards him. I know enough that I flame alive implies too much of my disposition towards him. I'll just be factual. He's the bannerman of our enemy. They took everything. Father made me run. He made me hide. But even if I hadn't, there's nothing I could have done. We weren't prepared. Where is your father? They took him north. Brassel knows where. One of the wounded warriors struggles to stand. He wears the scars of many battles on his face and chest, and has recently added a fresh chest wound to his collection. I am the princess's personal guard. At her command, I followed the Vikings who took her father. They made camp a day's travel north, in a cove along the cliffs, near Loch Horn. They hold the king in a small cave in the base of the cliffs. As you can see, they found me. I was lucky to get away with my life. No, we'll rescue the king. Having a king in your debt is no small prize. How many are they? I saw 8 Vikings and a dozen Picts. The Picts are poorly armed, but the Vikings are equipped for war. That's actually interesting. There were Picts amongst the attackers? The Vikings sacked a homestead alone, but they travel with Picts, aye. One of the clans most fervently opposed to Constantine's rule, and most in favour of Conall MacTaig. I see. Well, he's dead. His eyebrows jump in surprise. Ah, Granny finally got the old dog, did she? Good for her. But if I haven't heard of it, the people who aid these Viking bastards haven't either. They fight for him still. Well, I'll do my best to rescue him. Will you be safe here? She's fighting to prevent herself from shivering with exhaustion. We've made it so far. We'll make it a bit longer. Please hurry, I don't know what those animals are doing to my father. The wounded bodyguard raises his hand weakly. Viking, I beg a moment of your time before you leave. All right. Interesting. A Gallic Alliance has been updated. We've got quite a few things going on right now. Okay, Gallic Alliance. Rescue the king. Okay. The Gales recently withdrew. Blah, blah. It's from Skaki's raiders. That might be a troubling one, honestly. I don't mind me if I collect some taxes while I'm here. And this one as well. Tar and cloth might be useful for us. Okay, let's have a chat then, Brassel. Brassel's round cheeks and broad shoulders are evidence of strong health, but his wound has cast a sickly pallor over his skin. I have a favour to beg of you. He raises unhappy eyes to meet yours. It pains me to put my faith in a stranger, for to ask a favour of someone like you, but I've no others recourse. You've been through a lot, and I'm willing to help you in whatever way I can. Yeah, well, it's at the moment we are aligning ourselves with the Picts fairly heavily. And if nothing else, I would like a lot of good favour towards us when we start to search for Ketil's record of Kettle's origins. He musters a weak smile. You have my gratitude. It is rare to find kindness among strangers. As we speak, looters scour my king's home. Those carrion eaters showed up a day ago, but I lack the strength to chase them off myself. The princess would confront them if I let her, but I cannot risk it, though it pains me to consider the possibility. She may be the last of her father's bloodline. And that's practical. I beg you, will you run these scavengers out? While the princess still lives, they are thieves. Every minute they pick through the ashes is a blow against my king's sovereignty and my own honour. Okay. Not even remotely my problem. I will not make it mine. Very well. Consider it done. Face set in grim folds, he nods. Thank you. Make an example of them, so no one else will come here. That is exactly what I intended to do. Okay, is there anything else up here? No, it doesn't look like. Very well, we have a fight to take part in, and hopefully we can get this done quickly, as the king's life may in fact depend on how fast we can do it.
Ugh, that smell of burnt flesh. I think it may never go away.
Oh, it will. You'll get used to it. Or rather, you'll get used to it for now, and then it'll go away, and then we'll be gone from this place, and then it'll be even more gone away. Okay, let's have a talk with you. A burly man watches you through narrowed eyes. Around him, a small group of people are picking through the ashes. Promise 3. On behalf of the Princess Vingwala, I order you to leave at once. While the princess still lives, you are not merely looters, you are thieves. Let me teach you a valuable lesson about individual property rights. What are you doing? I mean, we could go with Diplomacy 3. I might even be able to do it. But we were tasked with setting an example. What are you doing? Looking for salvage. People who lived here don't need it any longer. Well, no. No, this one we're going to be rather brutal about it. There we go. Okay. We have the initiative here, it seems. That's good. We haven't got that many enemies here. Got 2 bowmen. Shouldn't be too hard to deal with. Where are you, Kettle? Swap out to your bow. What kind of shot have we got? We got a good shot, and we will do a ridiculous amount of damage. Go for that. We've still got a decent shot, mind. Over you, going to be a bit harder. I could drop a ranging arrow. Pop your head up. There we go. Now, what kind of damage? Nope, we would still have to go through that well, unfortunately. Oh well. Alright, well, just take this one out, please. 95. Thank you. It's 1 archer down. Okay. Ivy, have you got a decent shot? No. If I were to move over here, I might do. Sure. Let's get over there. And from here, we've got a perfect shot. They are also the healer. We'll take them out. There we go. And their bow fell through the world. Oh well. Very well. That was not a bad little engagement there. Well, I could have Roskva taunt him. What kind of mental resistance? Not very high. Give it a shot, Roskva. See if we can't drag him across a couple of people. Will that work? Yes, it will. Excellent. 1 solid blow. Followed by another. And he's down. Fantastic work there. Okay, so those are free attacks for us. Nafia, I could have you charge in and take them out. There we go. And you're not going to quite be able to reach, unfortunately. I could taunt them in. Sure, go for it. They resisted. Roskara is far more accomplished at taunting people than you, it seems. Very well. Okay, swap to my bow. we should be able to finish you off. But let's just drop a ranging arrow on you. Just to be certain. There we go. Now, what kind of odds have we got? 75 on 2 shots? Yeah, I think I'll go for that. There we are. Nice and easy. Victory is ours. No, not even a single blow. They didn't even get a turn. And that is how things play out when you take the initiative instead. We will loot the looters. Fur helmet will probably get rid of that. There we go. Ooh, poisoned caltrops. Now that one is an interesting one, certainly. Now, are there any other details around here? We're looking for an area with herbs. Lots of mushrooms and herbs. There are loads of mushrooms around here. Okay. Let's grab these herbs. Any other interesting bits of info back here? No, I was hoping that I might find... Oh, actually. Oh, a small stash, yes. Ancient tablets. This ancient stone tablet reveals part of the elaborate instructions for reaching the resting place of a mythical king. Really? That was a completely hidden item as well. I didn't see it. Oh. Maybe I've missed some in the past. I may have to look back through...
I can't stand this. Oh. How could someone do a thing like this?
Oh, living in the time that you live in, I'm surprised that it seems that odd. Though perhaps this is a little bit more brutal than usual. Very well. We're not going to loot the place that we were tasked not to loot. There's collecting taxes, and then there's just being a complete and utter scallywag. As I've said, time and time before, we will not... we'll take options that might not even be the optimal options, but they will be in fitting of our character. We were tasked to show the looters the price of looting. That means that we're not ourselves going to loot. What I will do, though, is I will look. Oh, wait. Will that automatically give me what's in it? It doesn't usually. At least I don't believe it does. No, there we are. Now, we'll just have a look around in case there is any particularly useful bit of info or quest item. Extracts. No, we don't need those. For example, this. What's that? Okay, now this is something different. An amulet of Marca. A talisman of sharp-edged bone covered in exquisite carvings. Symbols highlighted in ash. Dedicated to the Gallic goddess Marca. Plus 10 damage for shields. Sure, we'll pick that up. Perhaps we will get some different dialogue options out of that one. But the regular taxing is off the cards for now. Hopefully we will get some better dialogue options. Perhaps we'll go and speak with the princess and show what we've got. Armor bomb. I said I wasn't going to take it. I only took the talisman in case it was some sort of story item. I'm not taking the armor bomb. As much as I greatly wish to. Oh my lord. That stuff is not easy to come by. And you can use it to significantly great effect. It was like that when I got here. Right, let's go and speak with the folk up here. Let's go and have a quick chat. We've got a lot of valuables down there. Brestle staggers his feet when he sees you again. What news? The looters are gone. He sighs wearily, then sinks back to his feet. Good riddance. Please accept my sword as token of my gratitude. I'm sure it's not much compared to your own fine steel, but it's all I have left. All my possessions were lost in the fire. Perhaps you can sell it as salvage. Wow. That is particularly sad. Taking a swordsman's sword. The Gales consider you tolerated. That is very interesting. Will it be over here? Yeah. Nice. Northmen consider us tolerated. Rebate considers quite good. Clansmen, they think we're amazing. The Picts, still fairly low. Still quite low there, but we'll see how that goes. Right. Okay. Carrion Eaters finished. So it's on to rescue the king next. Do we have many skill points that we've accrued? Yes, actually, we do. I could now upgrade Aavak's bows, and I think that is a definite thing for us to do. Not many there. You only got 11, so I'm not too quick to spend those. No, okay, that was actually awesome. Having that was an amazing thing to upgrade. We're going to be waiting to get Roscova's shield a little bit higher. I want to make sure the Roscova is well protected at all times. Alright then. So, we're heading north. Where would... Oh, wow, that's actually quite far north. Much further north than I was expecting. Okay. Well, we're on our way then. What time is it right now? We're going to get tired, but there is at least one campsite between us. So we'll just head north, grab the loot where we can, and then move on up a little bit more. How long until our next building is that? Are we not building? Oh my lord, we are not building. That is atrocious. We've wasted time. Oh, ouch. Power we're doing quite well, actually, so I'm tempted to go a little bit heavier on power. Got a lot of things that we can upgrade for posterity. Expand the pier, expand the roads. No, we're going to push the palisade up again. We'll be at 71 power. That'll be very nice. Okay, let's duck into this camp. Have a bit of a rest. See what we can do. Right, former herdmen still have items available. We are going to go ahead and straight up dismantle that piece of armor there. It is not worth our time. Does anyone need any better armor than they've currently got? I wouldn't say so on the whole. Perhaps you could do with a better spear, maybe. Roscova's got a nice shield. So maybe some hide armor for Roscova. That'd be quite nice. Or some chain for Nefia. Does anyone lack an amulet? Actually, you lack an amulet. I suppose I could give you one for now. Sure. Let's see. I would rather you not wear the amulet of Maka, though. Plus, oh, that's... Wow. That is amazing. I didn't even notice you had that. My bad there, Kettle. Sorry for that. Actually, do we have any usables? Kettle? You're a bit of a tricksy one, so go ahead. I would like everyone to have some means to water themselves down. Yeah, let's swap that with water. We're starting to face enemies now who can set us alight, so let's try and protect ourselves from that eventuality. Okay, so in terms of our armorsmith, I always forget which of you is the better armorsmith. Armorsmith would be you then. Okay, excellent. So, Heeg, we want you to see about making some armor if we can. I would like some armor. Of these items, let's see, melee damage reduction is crazy high. We just lack the resources to craft that? Really? Is that the only thing we lack? Because I am all aboard on getting better stuff. Lamel armor. We could go for armor webbing, more slots to carry items, or armoring oil. Reduce the penalty a little bit more. We go for armor padding. Poison resistance, fire resistance. Plus 5 HP regeneration per turn. That's actually quite significant. I think I would probably go for armor oil, though. If this is going to be for Nefia, definitely. Okay, so we need a lot of hides, then. Wow, you're really good. That is actually quite impressive. Let me just go and check what Nefia is currently wearing. Melee reduction of 58 and range reduction of 60. Okay, you're going to have to try very, very hard to beat that. Actually, the same with Roscoe. So he's got really good armor. Okay, well, we're going to be sitting on that, on those materials then for a little while. We're not necessarily going to jump into that. In terms of weapons, I really think that everyone has the best weapons they can have. I don't think there's really any reason to go for more than this, except for perhaps a spear. 11 to 16. AP of 7, crit 1.2. Can we get you to make me a better spear? Damage showing 1 to 26, okay. Already going quite well. Not taking many of our materials yet. Armor piercing of 15. Wow. And 1.5 times modifier on this. Okay, so now we're at the maximum of our skill. And this is a fantastic weapon. We could go all the way up to 1.75. I don't think there's need, though. 15 armor penetration is just bonkers. Sure. 100% chance of crafting a special ability. Go ahead and do that for me. I would like you to preserve a little bit. Right, who has available... let's get you out hunting a little bit. There we go. I will... you will not become rested, so go ahead and rest. I'll do a bit of hunting myself. There we go. We need to restore our food supplies. Cattle, hunting as well. In terms of food, how much are we going to get? We're going to absolutely decimate the available supplies in this area. You can... Really? Oh, we're not going to have any available meat to preserve. Very well. Make a camp. We've got a decent amount of all of our protections. We've got good scouting, good hunting. Sure. Let's crack on for tonight then. Make camp. We'll turn some of those herbs into medicine. There we go. Managed to get 4 hours consecutive sleep. The ruthless pattern-welded winged spear. We got rid of 38 salvage, 9 herbs, gained 9 medicine. We made 10 rations, have gained 27 meat. Not bad at all, actually. Okay, well, let's go ahead and check out this spear with yours. Damage against immobilized. All characters along the attack path are going to take damage. Yeah, no, that's fine. You can have this one. There we go. That'll be quite wonderful. We're going to go ahead and get rid of this winged spear. And also this pattern-welded broadsword. I'll be getting rid of that one as well. The hemp sling as well. I don't think we need it. We're going to keep this one, obviously. That might be worth quite a lot. Alright, let's quickly grab what we managed to scout. Make sure that... Ooh, one wool sling, really? That can already go. How's the homestead going? 6 days. Now, there's nothing over there. 11 hours. We should have a decent run of it for 11 hours. There we go. Alright, I feel you're coming along. Now, this one, we're going to be in here fighting, so we want primarily our strongest fighters. There we are. That's going to be a fairly good setup. Ife's coming along because I feel that she has particular connection with this quest. Let's see how this one plays out. Okay, then. Now, let's have a look around. On the very edge of the map, it seems. Very well. Try and move cautiously along the edge. Scout it out as much as we can. Okay, we've got something over here. Arrows over there. Someone just through the fog of war that we can see. Looks like this is the cave. Alright, let's hang back. Gather as much information as we can about the battlefield before we enter the battlefield. Some tents down there. Some sort of salvage over there. Okay. The smell of sea is strong on the air, and the sound of powerful surf battering the cliffs is heard as a great roar, even from up here. The smell of a campfire alerts you that you're drawing close to your destination, but just as you locate a natural path down the rocks, the sound of voices stops you. Though you barely know the man, there's no mistaking Skaki's voice. I'll hear no more complaints from any of you fucking mountain goats. Do I make myself clear? The Hunbjorn is due to return tomorrow. Then you can have all the sleep you want while we sail. Until then, you'll stand where I tell you and keep your fucking mouth shut. There's a grumble from one of the Pictish sentries, followed by a sharp smack as Skaki's fist connects with his face. What was that? Looks like you just volunteered to clean the shithole tonight. Skaki pauses for a moment to wait for further objection, but as another forthcoming, he nods satisfied and strides back towards the camp. Nefia chuckles darkly. Looks like our old friend has a strange relationship with his local allies. We might be able to exploit that. if we're smart about it. I like the way you're thinking, Roscoe. I'm almost looking forward to killing that honorless piece of shit. Well, I've got fantastic perception. Not so much finesse. We'll take out the sentries from a distance before we close in. We should clear the sentries before they realise we're here. Okay. Doesn't look like we've got enough diplomacy or anything with us in order to talk them down. That's a bit of a shame. Okay. Move into position. Bonk. You signal for Zlifir to follow you, and the two of you quietly take up positions on top of the earth ramp. You take aim together and loose simultaneously. Both of your targets drop without a sound. Okay. Very well. Let's see what they had. Decent amount of valuables and a thundercrack. Cloth armor. Okay. That armor is very little use to me. It's a shame we couldn't try and talk to them. Is that some sort of... Oh no, it's shadow. I thought that might have been some sort of runic marking. Bit of a shame. Right, we'll carry on. Once again, we will continue to scout the outside of the field. Okay. Some people over there. They may... Ah, perhaps the sentries were always going to be opponents, but we might be able to talk our way through the rest of them? That's certainly a possibility. Alright. Let's go and have a word. 3 Picts are clustered around a small campfire, barely sheltered for the strong winds ravaging the cliffs. They're dressed in rags, and they regard your approach wearily. Who are you? We were taken as slaves to serve the Vikings. Greeting from Don Quixote's homestead. Have you seen King Don Quixote? Leadership 2. This is your chance to win back your freedom. We're here to free the king, and we need to get past the camp. Join us, and you're free if you survive. We're about to attack the camp. Leave quickly. You're free. No, I'm going to use my leadership here. The young woman looks questioningly at her companions. The man shrugs. I'd say aye. I'd rather die a desperate fool than a broken slave. The older woman considers her options for a moment, then nods. We're with you, Viking. Let's unleash hell upon those bastards. Fantastic. They're going to charge in. We are going to scout around. Hopefully they're already in the fight by the time we join. Oh, they're waiting for us. Good. Alright. I was a little bit worried that since they'd run off, they would just straight away get murderized, but that would have been a distraction. I'm terrible for having thought like that, but I did. I can't say I didn't. Alright then. Is there anything else we can do here? Let's try and take them out from the top. The camp is a mixture of Norse and Pictish tents, but the banners are emblazoned with the school's colours. It's clear who's in charge. You count 2 Picts and 3 Vikings. Since you took out the sentries, you still have the element of surprise. Diplomacy 2. Ahem, excuse me. I don't suppose any of you here still thinks they fight for Conor MacTaig? Sure. Actually, let's try this. Startled, everyone in the camp jumps to their feet and scrambles for their weapons. The 2 Picts face you first, curious looks on their faces. I only ask because Conor no longer poses a threat to anyone. I saw to that personally. One of the Picts clears his throat. We've suspected as much for some time. What are you getting at? Conor can pay you no longer. Fight for me instead, and I'll reward you for it. Okay, this is interesting. Skaki's raiders look unimpressed, but the 2 Picts put their heads together. How much? I've got enough valuables to be able to pay this. Sure, join me. Honestly, we could win this fight anyway, but I wouldn't mind being known as capable, but also as well, practical in the terms that I'll kill who I need to kill, but I'll be reasonable when I don't have to. I think that's actually quite fitting from what I've read of Norse history. There was a definite price on a man's life, like a literal price. If someone had committed a crime, they could just buy themselves not being killed. Because people understood that, well, you know, a dead person isn't going to help with anything. And whilst, yeah, war and all that, but the Viking have this reputation for just being bloodthirsty. They were incredibly practical about it. You offered enough money, it's like, oh, all right then. So, yes, I'll offer 480 valuables. I'll take that. You've got yourself a deal. Ha-ha! There's something deeply satisfying about convincing people to turn on my enemy. Allies have become enemies. You stood no chance anyway, but now you stand even less of one, and I approve. Alright, Let's move in. I thought that might be a problem. I really did. Ouch. Well, that was a big problem, actually. Let's drop a ranging bow over there. Yeah, I need to. The fact that there was a bunch of traps there, or well, rather a palisade of sorts, a blockage. I really should have considered that I was going to get smacked with that. Okay, let's fall back down here. Got a sight on you. No sight on anyone else, but it's good enough. Alternatively, I could... Actually, yeah. All allies are going to get a bit of a boost. There we go. Moskva, I'm sorry, but I'm going to need you to help out here. But first... Have I got anyone who can spot traps? Yes. Okay. I would like you... From here you might get a shot, but I think it would be better if I got you over here instead.
Watch your step.
Okay. Thank you. Will I be able to take a shot from over here? Yeah, okay. I can move through that one at least. Can't quite get a shot there. Okay, I'm going to go for interrupt. I really need to use that ability much more frequently. I want you to charge in if I can. Get up there behind the tent. Take some cover so you can attack on the next turn. Same with Gunnar. Gunnar can make it all the way over here, then that's going to put us in a pretty solid position. Why do you do that, Gunnar? I have no idea. Possibly because the problem there was that even though we knew the trap was there, I told him to move to the maximum range he could, and that was only possible by going through that trap. Super annoying, but oh well. Anticipate an opening. Get ready to wallop someone. I don't suppose you've got spot traps, are you? No. That's fine. 2 of the traps have already been triggered, so you should be safe. Go ahead, anticipate opening. Right, Roskva. Let's get you over here. Apply a little bit of healing, please.
Need a hand?
I did. Thank you. Unfortunately, that means your turn is over now. But if we get you down here, you'll have some cover. And I can have you demoralize the troops on the next turn. Okay. Now then, haha! I haven't forgotten that I can actually control them now. So, let's do that, shall we? Can I drop a ranging shot? Oh, I can't. That's kind of annoying. Can't drop that one in the right place, but I could possibly do this one. See if I can't set you on fire. Aha! Gotcha! That is gonna really bloody hurt for a while. I might want you to pull back, actually. If I do that, I'm gonna block the way, but get out of there if you can. It's not have you take any damage you don't need to take. You've got a knife. Is that all you got? Said. Oh, let's spot traps. And sure, move up. You can't use that when you don't. They're not that wounded, but you are going to be able to get the knife in this side there. At the very least, that'll be useful. Right then, we have scouted out some of these traps, but what I really want is for you to get down there and provide a bit of healing if you can. You're not quite as good as Roskva, but very few people are. Roskva is amazing. Right, you've not got swap. Okay, you got a sling. You could grapple someone, which would be rather awesome in a way, but let's try and get over here. Take some shelter while you go. Oh, I was really hoping that because that was there that it wouldn't catch you, but alas. Oh well. Right, can't get a hot shot in on any of them, so it's going to interrupt for now. Finally, Okay, you can set a snare. You can throw rocks. Not actually a bad action, throwing rocks, by the way. We could charge in. Yeah, get in there. On the next turn, I'm going to try and have you grapple, if I can. Okay, end turn. It's going to hurt a bit. Oh, just went for a stun, okay. Demoralized instead of actually attacking. Very interesting. Yikes! Oh, wow! You got bloodthirsty, you got a second turn. Ye-gad. That was actually genuinely brutal. My lord. Gunnar. Okay, I need you to charge, my friend. Get in there.
Don't think about running. I'm not done with you yet.
It's true, he's not. Unfortunately, I can't attack, but I can at the very least step up so that they're in base contact. We get you into grapple? Possibly. Instead, let's charge up and grapple this one. When flanking an enemy, grab hold of them to immobilize. Ah, it's a flank move. I should have done my reading a little bit better. First, would love to be able to heal you, but that's not going to be happening, I don't think. Alright, let's drop a ranging arrow. We should have a clear shot at this one. Aim shot would give us a 95. Do we need it though? Yeah, we do. Not a particularly good archer. Tiny amount of damage though. Quite disappointing, honestly. Fear. You cannot quite get in there. Instead, I could taunt this one past a few people, perhaps. It's got decent mental resistance. What about you? Yeah, you both got reasonable mental resistance. Let's see what we can do. Okay, you gonna go for it? No, I think it actually failed. I didn't quite catch the text that it floated up. Alright. Well, at this point, I'm going to need you to slide through. Let's get a demoralize going. Knife. Let's get through there. You can probably finish them off then. Yeah, your bow is fantastically powerful. There you go. And therein is the advantage of having high-grade weaponry. Actually, yeah, nephew, just go ahead and charge. Straight in, do as much damage as you can. Try it. That's a bit of a shame. Okay, let's get you in then. You should be able to use your sling from here, I imagine. Yeah, you're not going to do any damage really, but better than nothing. As for Roskva, honestly, if I could get a taunt off here, that's going to take... no, resist it. It's a shame. That would have been fantastically potent if you'd managed it. Yeah, don't charge in right now, but go ahead and throw a stone. Probably not going to do anything. Oh, harried. It's not terrible, I suppose. Right, as for me... time to charge through. Good. Right. Yeah, that's fine. That's end the turn. Oh, decided to repair your shield. Well, I mean, to be fair, nephew did wallop that thing, so... Right, Gunnar. First and foremost, actually, could you poison... yeah, could you poison Gunnar's weapon?
Ha! Very good.
I missed that, Gunnar. Right, let's get in there. Go for just a regular attack, or I could go hook and slash. Yeah, let's go for a hook and slash. The poison should be brutal. Oh, and that's it. They're down. There we go. Right. Let's get in there. See if there's anything we can take from them. Pot, short. Empty. Pattern welded spear. Probably gonna break that down. The materials are worth much more to me right now, given how good our crafters are. I very much doubt we're gonna find anything anymore, but it's better than what we currently get. Ooh. Really? Well, that certainly helped. No idea how powerful they were, but this is what you get for properly exploring your surroundings. Well done, everyone. Very well done. And what we got up here? Nothing so far. Got some tar in a barrel. Got more cloth, wood and honey. Armor, webbing, cloth armor, and a lot of valuables. Not too bad. We're probably not... We might get out of this breaking even, or very slightly more valuables than we came here. But, no, I actually quite enjoyed turning them against them. But again, we could easily have just gone through that and taken all of them out without any particular difficulty. Now, that shield was a special shield. Let's have a look at you. Valkyrie's Flower. This tremendously sturdy shield is reinforced with metal bars and studded in a way you've never seen in Norse craftsmanship. Its front bears the symbol of a raven, and along its brim is written its name, Blom Valdrosser. Absorption 92, block chance 20%, physical resistance 10%. Is this better than yours? Actually, yours is... only the physical resistance is better, which is impressive. What about yours? No, that one's even better. Wow. An artifact shield. Well, at the very least, Cathal can have it. But an artifact shield that is less good than the things that we've made ourselves. Again, once you get high enough craftspeople, your gear is always going to be better than the stuff you find. Outside of something extremely rare, like the spear we got from Odin. Okay. Hello. How many archers? A couple back there. Alright. Have we got a decent shot? Not yet. Could march forward. Could we shoot from here, I wonder? Yes. And it'll be a really decent shot too. Let's go for it. Really, you missed. Ouch. Not used to you missing like that, I'll be honest. So me, swap my bow. Let's drop this all the way down there. There we go. Can we actually get a shot on you? That is a long shot for us to take. 91% chance. If I went for an aim shot, a 95, but I wouldn't kill. We'll see. Right. What I'd like is for you guys to very much charge forward. Gunnar can't charge us yet. Aslifir, you're going to have to just move in here and block as best you can. Gunnar, don't necessarily want to put you over here, but it's going to be hard not to. Maybe if I can get you into some sort of cover, it'll be a little bit easier, but we'll see. Nefia, you've got a long way to go. I think it would be better for you to taunt one of them closer to us. Pull them. Did it work? Yep, it works. Good. Get you out to position. Oh, you got into cover. That's not so great. But I can drop this around there, which is quite nice. There you go. Roskva. Perhaps pull this archer. They're going to resist. Perfect. Hopefully they stand right there. Oh, that's glorious. And an attack of opportunity to come down. That actually played out perfectly. Well, slightly. They weren't going to be a problem in battle. If only they'd had just enough to stand there, it would have been perfect because it would have blocked them from getting in. Possibly. I mean, they might have resisted, but still would have been very, very nice. Right. Well, let's see what I can do. Got a 95 shot here, but they're not going to go down. Not easily, anyway. I could take you out. That leaves you as a bit of a problem for me. You're almost no threat to this leafer, so I'd rather not, actually. I got 2 hits of 82. Sure, let's go for both of them. 1, good. Let's get the second. Very nice indeed. Right, Gunnar, let's get you over there. That'll prevent them from attacking. They'll have to withdraw. They'll use a tactical move, no doubt. Alright, I think that's our turn. Only thing left is to move people forward. We can move forward. Sure, let's actually get the rest of our group. Oh, that's why it wasn't providing cover as well. I see. I see. That's why it wasn't providing cover. And also, that torch didn't appear to be illuminated. And so I was a little bit confused by that one, but okay. I was going to move that. Okay, enter. Yeah, you've got a big chopper. Ouch. Alright. Ooh, nasty work. You didn't back out. I should have known that was going to happen simply from the fact that you took so much damage to take down. Or rather, weren't down yet. Alright then. Ivy. Who are we going to go for? Got a couple of people with shields here that I don't like. Let's take this shield out of the equation then. There we go. Bloodthirsty, very nicely done. You stay down for now. Not quite got a good shot there. Nefia. Well, we could just charge all the way in. Do it. Try your best. If you get a good hit here, it's going to make things much easier for me. Very nicely done. Go for it. Please hit rather than block. Damn. Damn, drat, damn, damn, drat, and drat, and damn. I fear for our good friend. Yeah, I truly do. $77. Let's go for it. Good. And with that, you've got a small chance. If he doesn't manage to block, then you take him out. There we go. Well done. Very well done. And we've got cover going. Right. Let's move up. Now. No chance of that working, but if I taunt you, you may get 2 opportunity attacks on you. One of them might even stun, so that would save Gunnar from a lot of potential damage. Oh. No, you just moved in. Okay, well, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. Roskva can move in, get a heal off. We're in a little bit of a pickle here, but it's not the worst one.
Shit! Let me take a look.
There we go, 90 health back. Very good indeed. Very good indeed. Right. You cannot get an opportunity attack right now because you've already attacked this turn. So if I move around to the back... Oh no, apparently that is not true. There we go. I wonder why it wasn't showing me that. Oh well. You're flanked. And you're trying to move? Why do you do that? You switched to a sling? Oh, I see. Trying to go for a bit of an interesting attack there. Very well, very well. No chance. We've got no cover there. No angle of attack there. Okay, I think this should... No, still no cover. Oh, okay. Interesting. Nephew, I could just have you charge in. Get up close and personal. Good. As Leafier. So, do the same. Just get him. Finish him off. There we go. Skaki was incapacitated. Very well. Wasn't trying to incapacitate him, mind you, but okay. The fighting ends, and once again, the steady pounding of the surf is the only sound in the world. Making sure all your herdmen are still in one piece, when Aslifa realizes a frustrated groan. Curses! Where is Skaki? You let your gaze wander across the beach and notice track marks in the sand, trailing from where Skaki fell and disappeared into the sea. Damn it! Ify raises a hand towards the horizon. There, look. Ready 100 fathoms out among the waves, you see Skaki's bald head rising above the water briefly before ducking under again. Ify's voice carries notes of admiration. A mad bastard. Bold move. But we'll get him next time. He's not swimming all the way back to Jutland. I don't know. That boat wasn't far out, he said. Damn it! That's why I wasn't trying to take... the captives there. Oh well. But... that's going to be the end of this episode. In the next, we're going to find out what's going on in the cave and whether the king is still alive. I really do hope you have enjoyed today's episode and are enjoying the series. And once again, thank you so much to the patrons who make this series possible. But that is going to be it from me. So until next time, and as always, do take care, everyone.